rough start for you guys tonight, Monster. What sort of changed then?
Just sticking to who we are. I mean, you don't. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. And getting back to our approach at the plate, guys throwing strikes makes it a lot easier on us. And we didn't get outside of ourselves too much, and that's why we came back tonight.
You talk about not getting outside of yourself just at the plate. I think you talked about it last weekend. I mean, what goes into that in preparation? Because you look up there, you're down 6, but knowing, hey, we got to take it at bat by at bat.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to chip away. If you can't hit a 6-run homer in baseball. So it's just passing the sticks and trusting the next guy. We have a deep lineup, and that's what we do. That's what we did in Texas, and that's what we had to do again tonight, just trusting each other.
So like the Omaha game that y'all lost, you had a chance to tie the game or win the game with your at-bat. Tonight you come through with a 2 RBI double. Did you compartmentalize anything from that past experience tonight?
No, I mean, it's baseball. Like, I lined out tonight and I hit a little bloop single. Like, it's just baseball. It happens. I'm not going to win every single game. I try it, but, it doesn't always happen like that.
On the go-ahead double, what were you sort of looking for there, and what did you end up sort of driving?
I was just looking for something up to get to the outfield. We had to score just 1 run, bases loaded, and, he had to come at me, and he hung a slider, and I put a good swing on it for a double.
How hard is it for you as a player to play a game 2 days after the crazy weekend y'all had, the emotional swing? I mean, was it difficult to get ready tonight?
It wasn't – I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was just a rough start on the mound for us, and, it kind of killed the momentum a little bit that we had. But, we got back on track. I felt pretty locked in my at-bats. I mean, I feel like our at-bats weren't that bad in the beginning, but they got better as the game went on.
You talk about John at bat, just coming off cold like the bench,
Yeah.
guy in a big moment. What did you see out of that, and what does that speak to just his ability as a player at young age?
Yeah, I told him just breathe. He has to come after you, and see something up, get it, you can drive. And he didn't get anything to hit, and that's big on him. I mean, he leans on his brother Josh a lot, so I assume that he's learned a couple of things from him up his sleeve.
How important is it for you guys to experience these things now? You've had to come back and win a lot of games. You've been down by big margins. How important will that be when you're maybe in these situations in SEC play?
Oh, it's going to be huge. I feel like we didn't do a good job of that last year, and that's kind of why we ended in Chapel Hill. This year, I feel like we got a lot deeper team, a lot stronger mentally, and we're going to make a bigger run down the road.
What's different mentally about you guys this year that allows you to win these games when you're down?
We're toughing together. I'd say that's our thing. We're toughing together this year, and we know what we got to do, and we used 15 guys tonight. Like last year, we didn't have that. We have a deeper roster, and we just trust each other more than we did last year.
We've asked you a lot of different things over the course of this week, and you keep coming back to it's just baseball, whether it's the blue pit or something like that. I mean, is it just a good reminder to say, hey, this game, it's the law of averages, and oftentimes it's not sure going to help you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go home right now, and you got to forget this game, and you got to pat yourself on the back, and get to the next one tomorrow. Rough start, and just keep going. It's just baseball. That's kind of what I say of it. I mean, I know how good I am, and I know how good this team is. Everybody on this team is good, and that's just kind of how we've been taking it, and that's how we've been going.
So never get too high.
Yeah, got to ride the roller coaster.
How do you think Tanner's coming along in 30 days?
He's coming along good. I'm very impressed with him on those plays. He's hasn't played third that much. He played a little bit in scrimmages, but for him to go out there and make those plays, that's big for us.
Can I ask you about the Chief Lazy River jump, how it all came about?
Yeah. I think when Coach Johnson's first year here, they won that tournament, and he jumped in the Lazy River after they won it, and he said if we win it again, he'll jump in it, and you were there to witness it, so.
Thanks, Monster. So, Zach, how big was that changeup for you tonight? It seemed like you were getting a lot of swings and misses, a lot of outs on that pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a pretty good pitch for me, and it's the pitch I kind of rely on. It kind of gets me out of jams. So I just trust Coach Yeski's pitch calling, and worked out well tonight.
How do you sort of grip it and sort of release it then?
I don't know if I should say that or not. But I kind of grip it like a two-seam, and I just throw it naturally. So.
You've been relied on a lot. I know you pitched a lot at Wofford too. a lot of times, multiple times a week. How do you prepare yourself for this amount of workload?
I think, like you said, prepare is a big thing around here. I know Coach Johnson touched on it. Preparation's a big thing. Just kind of getting ready for the week and what's to come. Relying on our trainers, the guys around us, and I think it's just going to work every day.
How are you enjoying kind of this middle inning role and kind of getting this team back into the business? How do you been successful?
Yeah, I mean, I love anything I can do to help this team, whatever role that may be. And I trust Coach Johnson and what role he will put me in, and just trying to do whatever to help the team.
When the staff is having as rough of a start as it did tonight, I guess the other pitchers in the dugout when those guys are coming off or in between innings, conversations, how do you just sort of keep those guys engaged and sort of lift it up?
Yeah, I mean, not trying to panic because it's a long game. Coach Johnson says it all the time. There's no clock, so it's just kind of trusting each other and how we prepare throughout the week and just going out there and executing.
Do you expect to pitch today?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
What makes Kason Evans different?
He's very mature. I think he goes about his work the right way. When the couple conversations I've had with him, he knows he's good. He knows what makes him good and his role on the team, and I think that's why he goes out there and performs every time.
With the training staff and all the tech and just all the advantages of being in a place like LSU, do you think that helps you, pitch twice in 4 days and have two, 30-plus pitch outings? Does that help, all that other stuff help you physically to do that?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I mean, our trainers are great. In there every day, kind of working on your body and making sure you're ready for that next outing so you can have a lot of pitches and you can elevate your pitch count and just be ready for anything that comes. So.
You've been on the other side of games like this where you're the team that comes in to the perceived power team. Does that help you kind of understand the mentality of what those guys are trying to do? And obviously that was a big opportunity for them. Is that anything that you could lend to this team and some of the young guys that haven't been in that role?
Yeah, I think so. Because like you said, last year I was in that situation that the other team was in tonight. And I think it's just kind of understanding who you are as a team. And I think, talking to younger guys, you kind of just tell them the experiences that I've been through, and that kind of helps them and helps them perform too. So.
Do you remember when the changeup kind of became your pitch?
Do I remember? It was my go-to pitch the freshman year of college, pretty much. So it was a good pitch for me in high school, and then I got to college, and it kind of elevated.
How important is it for you guys to find that second option at catcher when Luis gets tired from going night after night?
It's very important, I say, having multiple guys back there that you can trust. And I think that's what makes us as pitchers good, being able to trust your catcher. And every single one of our catchers is great. So I know they all get their shot, and they all do their own thing really well. So.
And then Tanner Reeves, I understand this is like his first year playing third base. How have you seen him get better since the first time you saw him play here?
Yeah, I mean, I think he played a lot of second base in the fall. So being able to have a guy that can transition to another position is great, especially being able to come into the middle of the game like that. It's great for the team, and, he played really well tonight. So.
Tonight was Chandler's first appearance of the year. What was he kind of doing well out there that helped set things up for you?
As simple as it is, I think it's just being himself, throwing a lot of strikes. I know he's really good. That's why he was brought here, like Coach Johnson said. So, I mean, just coming in that situation, trusting himself and executing, I think that's what made him really good tonight.
What makes him pretty good?
Just throwing a lot of strikes. I mean, as simple as it is, just being himself. I think that's what makes all of us pretty good.
Any more for Zach?
Were you in the dugout when Coach did his speech after the second inning, or were you in
I was in the dugout.
You were? Okay.
Yeah.
What were your takeaways from what he said?
I think he was spot on with it. I think we kind of came out of the gates a little slow, but I mean, we came together pretty good and finished out the game. So.
All right, thank you, Zach.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Zach.
Appreciate it.